Hi there, it's Charon here. We're going to do a little video tour of our Tekkit server to show you the things we've been building on there recently. I'm going to start with my house in this video, and then in another video we'll go around to Valerius' house and see what he's been up to, and later around to Raster's as well. We'll start off with this. This is my diving board, which leads down into my pool. There we go. Got underfloor lighting here. These are just red power lamps. They're just powered by redstone torches hidden away. I had to put a layer of glowstone around because it was too dark down here even with all this lighting. I'm not sure why they're so weak. They just are. So yeah, that's the pool. The diving board it takes you up to about layer 200. These fences, painted fences, come from Railcraft. I realised they look quite shit. It was just an experiment, really. Like seeing what they look like when you built them up. We'll start with the outside, since I waited for daytime. Over here I'm growing things. Got melon and wheat. This is where I've been working on the crossbreeding thing that was released in IC2 recently. It's a bit complicated. I've only got as far as coffee, which I think are these ones here. And on this side, just infinite spring there. Got to have one of them kicking around. Sugar and cactus, obviously. On the back, flax. And up here, wind generators on that side, and a low voltage solar array there. And they just feed into my house into the MFSU, which we'll show you when we do the inside. Down here, got my coke ovens from Railcraft, which you need if you're going to start building rails. You need this creosote oil, and the coal coke I've been putting in my generator, which is a very good source of power. Recently, I've got some oil. As you can see, that's pretty much full. Got a teleportation pipe here. The oil well is actually all the way over there. It's quite far away, 1,000 meters. And this just teleports it all back here, so I don't have to have a massive pipeline. There's just a world anchor out there and a world anchor here, and you'll see the other guys have done even more epic things with their refineries. Mine's pretty basic. It's powered by EU, comes straight out of the MFSU in the house. I'll show you how I set that up. That's why this teleport pipe's here. This is transferring current. That switch just basically switches all the pumps and the refinery itself off. Fuel tank's starting to fill. That's a world anchor from Railcraft to keep you loaded even when I'm not here. Over here, the library, which is just obviously enchantment table. This horrific looking structure over here is the nuclear reactor. We did some testing, me and Valerius, and it turns out that 3 blocks thick of reinforced stone will completely contain a nuclear meltdown. It means it won't destroy any of the terrain if it does overheat and blow up, which it won't do because it's not in use at the moment because I don't need it. And even then I only run it as a Mark II reactor, which is pretty safe. I'll show you the setup that I've got. So that's just reinforced glass there as a containment chamber with water inside, and then the actual nuke itself. Stole this layout off of Duncan from the Yogscast because it's pretty safe. You can basically, because it's a Mark II reactor, if you put your uranium, 8 uranium cells in the spare slots, the uranium will run out before the reactor gets it anywhere close to overheating, which means it's completely safe. If you forget to shut it down, it just burns itself out. Yeah, pretty simple, but a lot of work to build. A lot of work. This dual lever system here I've done so that you can seal the doors while you're inside in case you do want to run it as a Mark III or a Mark IV or whatever. Yeah, and you'll notice we curled the entrance chamber round so that this wall on this side can still be 3 thick, so you haven't just got a hole leading to the outside. And then off the back of that we've got this bunker, which in here is a spare MFSU and the mass fabricator. The mass fabricator is in here by itself because there seems to be a bug in the 3.1.1 Tekkit build, which is what we use, where it was just draining the power from my house's MFSU in about a second and not actually producing anything, even when it was switched, whether it was switched on or switched off or whatever. And we couldn't figure out why, so that's why it's over there by itself. These little blue torches are interdiction torches from Government Exchange. They keep monsters away. One of the first things you can do is stick one on your door. It stops zombies breaking your door in at night, which is very, very handy. So in here, pretty standard industrial craft layout. This is just a standard generator. I did have a geothermal here, but I've put that outside with the crops now, which I'll show you later. That's just been running off coal coke from the coke ovens. And then the solar panels and the wind generators, it all comes together into the MFSU, fills it up pretty well. It's sucking power down at the moment for the refinery. That takes quite a lot of power. And this top cable here, this machine here with the lever on the side, converts EU into buildcraft power, which then this is a teleport pipe, so that just teleports the power down there to where the refinery is. And makes the refinery work. So if I want to, I can turn the refinery off manually down there at that switch, which I do anyway to disable the red power pumps. But this also, if I flick that lever, the whole thing will stop outputting power. So you know, it would all stop working. So I need to switch both of those off really. Transmutation tablet, just because I don't know anywhere else to put it. Standard IC2 layout. You've got the medium voltage transformer, the MFE, the low voltage transformer, bat box powers all the rest of the machinery. This is all my seeds that I've been doing from the crossbreeding. Oh, it's cocoa, not coffee. Yeah, cocoa seeds. That's what I've been growing outside. But we've not managed to get any of the other plants yet. So this chest here has got all my railcraft stuff in, and these chests are gold chests from the new iron chest mod that came in. Macerator, alloy furnace for red power stuff. All my buildcraft pipes go in there. Electric furnace. That's just the output feed for the furnace to dump everything into my valuable chest, which is just full of crap. Project table, because the crafting table 3 was accidentally removed in update 3.1. I know Vel wasn't happy about it, but so at the moment there are no advanced crafting tables on the server until we update. So project tables all the way at the moment. Condenser, obviously, I've been making some gold. Can't actually remember why, but yeah. Chest full of crap, everyone has one of them. Repair chest, keeps all my stuff in good nick. Compressor, canning machine, extractor. That was all the materials to build the nuclear reactor with. Rolling machine for railcraft, makes various rails. This is the fuel for my generators. Got coal coke, coal which goes into the coke ovens, lava cells for the geothermal generator, and biofuel cells to fill these cans up with. The biofuel I was basically harvesting my wheat outside and turning that into biofuel, but now I'm filling the fuel cans from the refinery instead, because it's a lot easier. And I've got a chest just for some red power crap. And that's not quite everything. You may have spotted as I walked over, there's a little lever hidden down here. Opens a block in front of the rolling machine, and this leads down into my secret lab. It's not exactly that impressive. Basically this is my scrap generator. It starts off with a cobblestone generator, and again this is a design I stole off Duncan from the Oakscast. He was using this to feed a energy condenser to give him a steady supply of EMC, and what I've done is I've modified that to feed into a chest, which then immediately pumps straight out into a recycler, and the recycler pipes it all into scrap, dumps it in this chest. The reason I've got the chest in the middle is just to prevent any sort of overflow, like if there's any lag it will, it would fill the chest up before it fills the recycler up. And that's switched on and off just with this lever here. Applies the redstone current, that stops, everything else, there you go. And that's just the light switch there. Yeah. Right. Oops. So, that's sort of basics of it. I haven't really done much else. I'm sort of living in a hut still because there's that much to build. I never get around to making a really impressive house. The others have built something a bit more impressive. I better show you the roof before we head over there. On the roof, of course, I have the standard equipment exchange sort of energy condenser array. I did fuck up. I've made it one block too low, which is why I can't have the final collector there, because then I can't get to the condenser. But it's churning out more than enough stuff for me at the moment. We're sort of pretty much end game here, so it's, you know, I've got more than enough red matter to make anything we want, so we can just go start doing big projects, big builds. So yeah, the final thing is I've been working on railcraft. I've made a transport system that goes to Valeris's house and to Rasta's house. It's a pretty simple system. There's a lever here, flick it left to go to Rasta's, flick it right to go to Vel's, and the track, the way it works, it all sort of loops around, and we will show you that because we're going to ride that to Valeris's house. But that's for the next video. So yeah, that's it for my section. That's my house, and on the next video I'll have Valerius and Jade showing you around what they've been doing. So see you then.